What's going on, guys? After all those top 10 videos, it's time for my first official ratings review for NHL 24. And real quick, guys, wouldn't mind leaving a thumbs up on this video for all the roster editing I'm going to have to do in the future. I really appreciate it. Of course, we're starting off here with the Anaheim Ducks. Troy Terry there, 87 overall, I think is actually the perfect rating for him. Trevor Zegras here, also 87 overall, of course, with that skilled up zone ability. Fowler there, 85. Kaloran, 84. I mean, McTavish probably should have medium elite potential, not high top 6. Drysdale should be lower rated. Very curious to see what both him and Zegras end up getting signed for here by the Ducks. Gudas there's only an 82, but of course, he's got great body checking, aggressiveness, and strength. You got Henrique there, Vetrano. Honestly, he doesn't look too bad so far looking at the Ducks. I think for me, biggest thing is probably potential, because that's really going to affect, I think, franchise more than ratings, especially the younger players. Moving on to the Coyotes here. Now, you might notice one small change. It no longer shows the logo next to the teams. I don't know why. I feel like it doesn't look as nice now without that, but regardless, you got Clayton Keller here, 89 overall. You guys can see his X factors. Definitely well deserved. Nick Schmaltz, 86. Surprised he's got 3. It's only an 86. Dursey, 84. Might be a tad high on Dursey. Matt Dumba, you can see his elite potential. Now, you definitely shouldn't be medium elite. You should be like a medium top 4, but if they're over 26, it doesn't matter, because once you load into franchise mode, it'll actually just change their potential to fit their rating. Michelli there, 84, I think is pretty fair. Maybe could have given like a tape-to-tape X factor. Still pretty young. Jason Zucker there. JJ Moser, Lawson Krause, high top 9, I think is the perfect potential for him. He's actually kind of fast. Only 87 speed excel, probably could be higher. Valimaki, I think 82, low top 4 makes sense. Barrett Hayton there. 82 medium top 6, I don't mind that. Hayton's actually very good defensively. They've got him having only 85 D awareness there, 86 stick check. That could definitely be higher. Kerfoot, Boyd, both 81s. Gunther, 81, medium elite, I like. Now, Gunther, you can see, has no X factors. The good thing is, in franchise mode this year, young players can actually grow X factors. So, for top prospects like Gunther, shouldn't have to actually worry about adding any to him. Soderstrom there, maybe could be a tad higher, but look at the rest of these. I think, you know, they are pretty fair. And I almost missed it too. They got Shea Weber and Voracek there at the bottom, of course. Those two guys plus Brian Little all in LTIR. The Coyotes, of course, where everyone drops their bad contracts. Boston Bruins up next. Pastrnak, 95, I still think is a little bit too high for him. Like, that's pretty crazy. They've also got him with medium franchise potential. Now, he's 27, so it doesn't really matter, but that's nuts. I think Pastrnak should be like a 94, and if he was still 26, high elite. McAvoy, 92, medium elite. I think that's actually kind of low potential for him if he's already a 92 overall. Should definitely be like a high elite potential, if not franchise, like one of the best defensemen in the league. Marchand, 91, I think is pretty good. Lindholm, 88, I do think is a bit high. Carlo, 85, solid. Same with the Brus Kazaka's rating. Grizzlick there. JVR, maybe a tad high at this point. Coyle, Shattenkirk, Frederick. So far, he's actually looking pretty decent. Boquist might be a tad high. Lucic, I think they probably got good. I know Lucic, some of the better physical stats, 94 strength. 93 body check, 90 fighting skill as well. You got Lacko there, Zaboral, Greer. Greer could honestly probably be higher than a 78. That seems a bit low for him. Buffalo Sabres up next here, guys. Tage Thompson, 91 overall, of course. Really became a beast in the NHL last couple seasons. I would personally give him a high elite, just like Dahlin there is also a 91. Jeff Skinner, 87. Definitely has looked a lot better the last couple years with that new coach. 87 for Skinner is probably right around where I have him. Maybe slightly lower at like an 86, but it's not too far off. Also, too, I think you could give Jeff Skinner the Spinorama X Factor. Alex Tuck there, 87. Good to see they give him wheels. Speed could still be a bit higher, though. Cousins there, power. So, again, no X Factors, but they can grow them in franchise. Power, high elite. I'm always kind of like on the fence with him. Should be medium elite or high elite because he is a lower end first overall pick. Eric Johnson, 83, I think is too high at this point. Olofsson, middle stats now at 83, low top 6 potential. I feel like I would leave it at low elite. You know, he is a higher pick. Connor Clifton there, 7th D for an 82, which is clearly a top 6 is kind of weird. Samuelson could probably be a bit higher than 82. Jack Quinn, 82, should not be medium top 6. He actually looked pretty solid last year. His 8th overall pick. Should be at least high top 6, if not medium elite. Tyson Jost there, Kalak Poso. Paterka there, could probably be like an 82 as well. I think he's a little bit low rated. Greenway, Gergensen, Krebs. Jacob Bryson, 78. I feel like that's way too low. He should be like a 79 or an 80, and he should also be even faster than that. And our next up, guys, we got the Calgary Flames. Elias Lindholm here has 5 superstar abilities, but not 1 zone ability. That's very interesting, honestly, for 89 overall. Curious to see, too, what he ends up getting paid. Obviously, he's got 1 year left there on his deal, making under $5 million. Hubert Doe, 88. No zone ability either. I'd probably still have him with tape-to-tape zone ability. The dude did have 85 assists last year, but it's fine. Mackenzie Weegar there still has a few at 87. Anderson as well, got 5. That's interesting. Having all that without a zone. Kadri there also doesn't have it anymore. Noah Hannafin. Again, Calgary defense is solid. I could see them making the playoffs for sure this year. Tanev, 84. One of the better defensive defensemen in the league. They do have them there with 90 D awareness, 89 shot block, and stick check. I think he could probably improve his rating to at least an 85, if not 86. Backlund, of course, the newest captain of the Calgary Flames, got an extension added as well. I think pretty much all the extensions are added except for like the last couple of Minnesota ones with Foligno and Zuccarello. Mangiapane 83 is probably fine, maybe a tad low. Sharangovich looks good, same with Coleman. Zadorov there could probably be like an 83. Shillington's rating's pretty good, same with Dubé. I think Pelletier there looks fine. So, Coronado now in the game, that's right. 20-77, medium top 6. Pretty fair for a guy who really hasn't proven anything yet. Moving on here, guys, Carolina Hurricanes. Honestly, might be my Stanley Cup favorite from the Eastern Conference. I think they're just so stacked, especially that defense. You got Aho there to 90. I said in my top 10 video, should be a 91. Svechler's probably a little bit high, should be 88. Does have skilled up zone ability, nice to see. Nietzsche's 89 is also a little high, should be like 88, 87. Slavin's got a good rating. I think I might even bump it up a bit to like 89, potentially 90. He's just that good, defensively. Burns there, he's got a bunch of X factors. Teravainen, I don't know if I'd still have him an 86 after 37 points last year. And an X factor, that's an interesting choice. Brett Pesce looks good. Same with Orlov, Shea, Michael Bunting, I think 83 is fair. DeAngelo, obviously an all-offensive defenseman. Kokiniemi 83, I think is pretty fair for as well. Jarvis too. Stahl's got the quick draw. Nice to see, even though he's only 82, they gave him that. Fast there. Chatfield, Martinuk. Again, this team, so much depth. Like, Caleb Jones and Chatfield are literally their 7th and 8th defensemen. Coughlin's their 9th. Like, that's just crazy. Medium top 4, a little bit high on him. Lemieux there. I think Drury as well. Pretty good in the faceoff circle. They've only got him at 74, but real life, he actually is. Chicago Blackhawks here. Seth Jones, highest rated player. You can see Bedard not on the Blackhawks yet. Hasn't played a regular season game for them. So, also, too, with that, I totally forgot to point out, Logan Cooley, of course, was on the Coyotes. Any of those college prospects that were in the previous game can't be added to their NHL teams until their regular season game is played. For whatever reason, preseason doesn't count. So, like, Cooley, Fantilli, and then again, Bedard's still on Regina Pants, but won't be added to Blackhawks until the regular season starts. Behind him there, Taylor Hall, a couple X factors, still 85. I'd say that's pretty fair. I might even bump up Hall to 86, but I'm a big fan of his. Radish there, Murphy. The Blackhawks look terrible. Like, they got 2 82s and 81 in their top 5 players. Athanasiou, though, I think is a little bit underrated at 81. He should be like an 82, maybe even 83. Donato there, Dickinson, Corey Perry, Foligno. Yeah, this team is rough. Lucas Reichel, though, good to see those stats on him. Yeah, very curious. I have right now Blackhawks finishing last NHL this year. We'll see what happens. The Carter Avalanche, so absolutely stacked. McKinnon 95, Makar 95. Also got franchise potential. Ranton there's a 93. Probably should have high elite. Tays 89. Maybe you can make him a 90. Landeskog 88 when he's healthy. Nichushkin there could probably also be higher rated, like 87, 88. Byram is a little bit high at 86. Should be, I think, like an 84 max. The guy, I think, has even played 82 games. He's played 91 total NHL games in 3 years, so just over a full season. 86 is a bit high at this point. Samuel Girard there actually picks up a little X factor. Lehkonen 84 is pretty fair, I think. Manson, Tatar 83 might be a bit high at this point. I'd say 81, 82, but could honestly have higher defensive awareness. Ryan Johansson, of course, they could be a great trade for. Ross Colton, he should be like an 83. They're not paying an 82 4x4. Sometimes you gotta just use logic with the ratings. Same with Jonathan Duran. I think a little bit too high there, 81. Get him a league min, but 79, maybe an 80 would make more sense for him. Miles Wood there, Logan O'Connor should also have way higher defensive awareness than an 84. Cogliano, let's see, is he still fast? 88 speed excel. He is 36 now, so honestly, that's probably pretty fair for him. Next up here, guys, you got the Columbus Blue Jackets. Again, no Fantilli, but you got Johnny Gaudreau there, 89. I made a tweet about, his stats being messed up. So these are the real ones now. You can see physical there is quite low, but crazy puck skills in that. Patrick Laine, of course, great shooter. Werenski's an 87. Honestly, should probably be like an 88, 89 with his own ability, I would say. Provorov and Severson, they made the 2 big trades for them. Very curious to see what the Blue Jackets will do this season. I honestly don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if they get second last in the Metro. I wouldn't be surprised if they make the playoffs. They're really just a wild card. Kent Johnson there, ankle breaker skilled up. Love seeing that. You got Jenner there with the quick draw. And he's got 83 faceoffs. How are these guys? If he's got quick draw, his faceoff stat should not be lower than a guy without it. It makes no sense to me, guys. Ryan Johansson here, 85 faceoffs, and no quick draw X factor. But then, of course, Boone Jenner with 83 has it. Doesn't make sense. Roslovich, 83 as well, I think, is a good rating. Same with Marchenko's 82. Boquist, 82 low elite. That's actually perfect. Being there, I think the rating's fine. Andrew Peak should probably be like a medium top 6 more than a low top 4. Texture, I think's fine. Robinson, Corrali, Bemstrom, Chinikov. Chinikov, honestly, I'd probably give like low elite to, former first round pick. But overall, these aren't too bad. Robertson there, 92, 24. Only a medium elite. I mean, if he's 92 overall, he deserves at least high elite. I think I said that a couple other players. Heiskanen there, 24, 90. Again, should be high elite. Rupe Hintz, though, finally getting respected. Pavelski there, 88. I've got Big Tipper, of course. Now, Jamie Benn here's an 86 with a few X factors, which I agree with. Had a solid bounce-back season last year. thing is, if anyone deserves quick draw, it's definitely Jamie Benn. I mean, for starters, he should be a left wing / center. He won like over 500 faceoffs last year, and he was 60% in the faceoff circle, which is unreal. 77 faceoffs. 77 faceoffs for a 60% win percentage. Again, guys, the overalls honestly aren't that bad. It's when you look at like the individual attributes. The reason I'm harping so much too on faceoffs is because last year I went through every single player and I adjusted them to be more accurate. So it's just like an easy stat I remember. For instance, Tyler Seguin actually had solid faceoff numbers as well. He was above 50 for sure. He's got 80, which is definitely on the lower end. He should be at least 85. Seguin as well, 85 is a decent rating. Same with Lindell, Duchesne. I think, Duchesne is probably still an 85. Nashville just decided $8 million for the next 3 years. Really wasn't worth it for an 85 overall. Ryan Suter, 83, maybe a tad high. Wyatt Johnson, 82, I like seeing that. Maybe even bump him up a bit to like 83. Marchment there, 82 is probably solid. Same with Dadonov, 81. Faxa, Stamp Steel. I mean, probably fine. Thomas Harley, medium top 4. Same with Lundqvist. Delandria there's got a medium top 6. So I think Hakanpää's probably a little bit low rated. Should be at least an 80. You got Hanley there. Not too bad. Now, next year, guys, my favorite team. We got Larkin here with wheel zone ability, elite edges, make it snappy, quick draw, born leader. Honestly, I agree with all those X factors. Take a look at his stats. He's got 90 D awareness, which is solid, 84 faceoff, which is pretty good. But honestly, I'd say it should be a little bit higher, which is why they gave him the quick draw X factor. 94 speed and excel there. He's got pretty solid passing, 91, decent shot. I actually really like what they did with Larkin here. Cider 88, I think I said in my other video, I would definitely give him high elite. No zone ability either, but he'll probably earn one in franchise. DeBrincat there, 87, I think is pretty fair for him. Jeff Petrie, 85. I think that's probably a little bit too high rated for Jeff Petrie at this point. Probably somewhere between like 83, 84 to be more fair. Perron there, Goss is spare. Lucas Raymond, 84, medium elite, I like that. JT Comfort there, they got an 84, so he should have good D awareness. 88, okay, because that's kind of his strong suit. Fabry, Sprong, of course, had a big season last year with the Kraken. Andrew Kopp, Rasmussen, 82. Probably could honestly bump him to like 83. Wallman needs to be way higher than 81. Wallman, if you look at like analytics, is apparently worth $10 million. I don't know about that one, but he definitely should be better than 81 in NHL 24, I'll tell you that. I'm also not so sure about the defensive defenseman player type. I know he only had 18 points last year, but he definitely like helps to drive offense. I would give him two-way, and again, he should be at least an 83, if not 84. Like, he's very underrated there. Berggren looks good. Hole 81, that makes sense. Mata, Sherrod 80 also makes sense. Not a couple of great contracts on those two defensemen. Fisher, Costin, Veleno, Cernak, Edvinson, 2078 medium elite, 6'6". Marco Kasper is also medium elite. We'll see how those guys grow in franchise. Edmonton Oilers up next year, guys. McDavid, 97, high franchise potential. They finally give him the high franchise. I'm not sure what they're waiting for. If you guys wanted to see kind of McDavid's stats there. So, not a single 99 attribute, which is kind of insane for the greatest player we've seen in a long, long time. I think you could argue he's the most talented NHL player to ever play, even if you don't want to say, he is the GOAT or he is the best. Now, even though he doesn't have a single 99 attribute, he's got a bunch of 98s. Passing, puck control, offensive awareness, agility, speed, 5 stats there, all 98s. 95 D awareness, obviously, way too high. Now, I get it, they're trying to push him up to a 97. The thing is, I've done it before without him having 95 D awareness. I think you could lower it to like a 90 and bump up his offensive stats, and he'd still get there. Also, too, high performance in the franchise sim would actually be closer to real life with him putting up, 100 points consistently every year. Draisaitl there, 95, cannot complain with that. Nugent Hopkins, 88. I will say, probably like the lowest rated player ever coming off a 100-plus point season, but I get it. They probably think, he's playing like David Draisaitl. Definitely a hard player to rate. I'd probably give him like an 89. Hyman there, 87. Same with Ekholm and Nurse. I don't mind those. Same with Kane, 85. Bouchard, Brown. I think those all look good. Bouchard as well, high top 4. With a couple X factors. Good to see him, finally getting respected. CC, Fogle, Yammerk. I mean, most of these here look good. McLeod's pretty quick. 90 speed. Okay, so they did get that. Kulak there. Broberg's medium top 4. Holloway medium top 6. Alright, so overall, doesn't look too bad. Desharnais really not that great. I don't know if I'd say he's as bad as 75 though, considering the fact, he played decent amount in the NHL last year. Should be like at least a 77. Florida Panthers up next. Matthew Tkachuk, of course, 94 overall. Only medium elite potential though. Like, the guy's 94. He's like a top 5 player in the game. The medium elite makes no sense. Not only should he be at least high elite, he probably should be franchise. Barkov, 92. Ekblad, Montour. Again, Montour being the same range as Ekblad after one big year does not sit right with me. It makes no sense. Either improve Ekblad or drop Montour. Probably drop Montour to like 86, maybe 87 at most. Verhaeghe there, finally, getting a nice rating. Reinhardt, Forsling, Bennett, Lundell. After that, you got Rodriguez on the team. Of course, Ekman Larson, I forgot that in my one quiz video. Lesterainen there, not a bad rating. Kulikov, Mahura should not have medium top 4 though at this point. Cousins, Lomberg, Osplin, Stenlin, Okay, so I mean, yeah, Florida Panthers rating's not too bad. Denisenko, low top 6. Definitely, they're kind of giving up on him pretty early at 23. There was guys that had medium elite when they were still 24, hadn't broken the NHL, and this guy's getting low top 6. I don't understand that one. LA Kings here, Doughty and Kopitar. I think those ratings are quite fair. I will say, though, Doughty at 89, no zone ability. Seems a bit strange. I think every other 89 I've seen so far had one. You got Fiala there, 87 medium elite. Dubois, I think 86 is fair. Should have medium elite potential as well, though. 3rd overall pick. He's been solid, at least high top 6. Kempe there, two-way forward coming off a 40-goal season. That is an interesting choice there for him, but alrighty. You got Philip Deneau, should be one of the better two-way centers in the league. 92 D awareness. Face-off side, I think you can make even higher than 86. I'm talking about the face-off so much, but I think it's just because it's something I really just kind of know for sure when it's wrong, opposed to something like, say, you know, strength. A lot harder to qualify, I guess. Byfield there, 81 medium elite. I think that's pretty fair based on kind of what he's proven so far. The rest of these guys here. Turcotte, they've downgraded from a medium elite to a medium top 6. I feel like Turcotte, I would at least have it low elite still, although medium top 6 usually grows more, so I guess that's fine. He's a tough one for sure. Clark there's got medium elite still. Now next up here you got the Minnesota Wild. Kaprizov there, 92. Again, with a medium elite, makes no sense. Should definitely have higher potential. Brodin and Spurgeon finally getting respected there, 87s. Zuccarello again, no extension yet. Boldy here, 86. I think you can make him an 87. Eriksson Ek, Addison 83. It's a bit high for 29 points, honestly. I'd probably have him like 81, 82. Ryan Hartman there. Foligno here, of course, needs his extension as well. Johansson, Middleton, Kucherov. Rossi still medium elite there at 22. Overall, these aren't too bad. Brock Faber down the game, of course. Yeah, I think these are pretty solid. Next year, guys, got the Montreal Canadiens. I know a lot of Habs fans here. Suzuki, 88, medium elite, 24 years old. Looks pretty good. Caulfield there, 86. I think these are both pretty fair ratings. Mass's 84. Doc, 84, I think is also pretty fair. Goalie here, I think I wanted to look at. 87 speed. Then he's got low agility acceleration. They could, I think, improve the acceleration there with the speed. Maybe even make it, honestly, a tad higher. Monahan, 83. I mean, he only played 25 games last year at 17 points. I don't know. It just seems a little bit high for Monahan. After the Flames had to pay a first-round pick to trade him away, I feel like 82 max. Savard there, Dvorak, Anderson. They can't look at Anderson's speed. 87. Honestly, could probably be a little bit quicker. You got Gallagher now in 81. That's crazy. Is he really that bad at this point? Evans, Pearson, Newhook there. 81 overall, medium top 6. I think that's pretty fair for where he's at in his game. Lindstrom in 80 is a little bit too high, I think. I don't think we're trading him, honestly, if he's that good. Harvey Pinard, 79. That's exactly what I had him. I wonder if maybe someone at EA watched my video. Sapkowski, 79, medium elite, I think is also fair. Jordan Harris there, 79. Barron. Jack Guy here's got high top 60 potential. I don't know. I think I'd give him medium top 6, but I think 79 overall is pretty fair for him. Fighting skill there, 85. Obviously, Jack Guy, a fan favorite last year for the Montreal Canadiens. Sean Farrell's in the game, of course. Armia there. Next year, guys, we have the Nashville Predators. Roman Josi, 94. I mentioned in my top 10. I think it's a tad high. I'd have him like a 92 or 93. I would also make him an offensive defenseman. Probably increase his passing stat, honestly, even higher than 94, just to make sure he does perform in the sim. 97 D awareness for him is also insane. I think that should be switched with his offensive awareness. You got Philip Forsberg, 88. I think that's pretty good. O'Reilly, no quick draw X factor for him. One of the better face-off guys. He's got 90 face-offs. How does he not get it? Tyson Barrie, McDonough, those aren't bad. Taking Fabro. Shen there, of course, we know is tied for the best body checking in the game at 94. Thomas Novak, 83, I think is pretty good. Nyquist might be a tad high at this point. Alexander Carrier, only an 81 and low top 4. I feel like he should be at least 82. Glass at the low elite, I think that's good. Tomasino's down from medium elite to medium top 6. Let's see, the rest of this here I think looks not bad. Evangelista, 77. He looked pretty good. He made the jump last season. Now Jack Hughes here, 91 overall, highly potential. Honestly, you can even make Jack Hughes 92. Hamilton 90 solid, maybe a tad high, like dropping down to 89. Nico Hischier 89, pretty good. Same with Brad 88. Toffoli, I mentioned, is a little bit high for me. Meyer could probably be boosted up. Siegenthaler, let's see, one of the better defensive defensemen in the league. 91 D awareness and stick check there, good to see. You can honestly even bump those two, like he's that good defensively. Mercer, I think, should be a playmaker more than a sniper. He did have 27 goals, but I think just when you talk to Devils fans, that's what they say. Marino there, Palat, Hala. That is interesting. Eric Hala there, 81 overall, and they still gave him the quick draw X factor. He definitely deserves it. He took all the draws for Jack Hughes last year because Jack Hughes sucks in the faceoff circle. 81 faceoffs. 81 faceoffs with quick draw X factor. You then have Ryan O'Reilly here, who's 5 overall higher, 90 faceoffs, and no quick draw. I'm just not quite understanding. I wish there was more consistency, I guess, throughout the ratings is what I'm asking for. Tierney there up to an 80 again. Luke Hughes, 80 overall, medium elite. I think that's pretty fair based on kind of how he looked Gained NHL action last season. Holtz there still has his medium elite. Okay, so yeah, not too bad for the rest. Islanders here, Barzell there is 88 overall, medium elite. Should probably change position to center / right wing since I think he played on Horvat's wing the entire year after they made the trade for him. Pellick there, 88, I think's fine. Dobson here, 87 and medium elite potential. Oh my goodness, he is way too high rated. He should be like an 86 and high top 4 max. Now, it is kind of strange that he's 87 without X factors, especially when Pollock there belongs got 4. Horvat here's an 87 with 5 X factors. I agree with the rating. That seems like a lot of X factors though. I feel like EA gives certain guys way too many, and then other guys they don't give any at all, who should have at least a couple. Nelson's got 4s and 86. Lee there, Romanov, Mayfield 83. They're finally giving him some respect as a more defensive defenseman. 88 D-Rennis, 90 shot block, 89 stick check. Pajot there also has got quick draw. Palmieri now an 81. Wallstrom 81. I think that's fair. Engvall there. Okay, so I mean, the rest of this looks not too bad. Next up here, guys, you got the Rangers, of course, the other New York team. Panarin there, 93, I mentioned. I think it's a little bit too high. Should probably be like a 92 max. Fox 92, though, is too low. Should be like a 93, if not a 94. Also, only medium elite potential for the second best defenseman in the NHL. I mean, again, I think who are we talking about? Tkachuk. He should have at least high elite, if not medium franchise. He's the second best defenseman in the NHL. I don't understand that one at all. Zibanejad 90. I thought maybe 89. You guys were, saying 90s deserved. It's pretty close either way. Kreider 86. Condre Miller there is well deserved. Wheeler only an 85 now, which makes sense. Playmaker there. I think 85 is fine. Trouba there. Trocheck. Hiddle. Lindgren gets a bit of an upgrade, 83. Gustin here, 82. Such a weird player. He's always on a league min. Last year, though, he had 42 points. I don't know. I'd probably make him like an 81, but just really good offensively. Goodrow there's an 82 now. Kakko 82. Low elite. Capo Kakko no longer medium elite as the second overall pick 2019. That is crazy. Lafreniere still medium elite. Obviously was picked a year later. Kakko one's hard to argue. Let me know what you guys think about that though. Low elite already for Kakko. Schneider 81 there. St. Benino. Jimmy Vesey. Let's see the rest of that. Not too bad. Ottawa Senators up next here. Stützle 89 high elite. Tkachuk there's 89. Shabbat. Tarasenko again I think maybe a tad low. Chikrin's 86 with medium elite. Giroux 86. What's his face-off stat? 86. Should be a little bit higher than that, I think. Sanderson 85 also, I think, is a little bit too high rated, considering he's played one NHL season. Norris Batherson, both these guys could probably be 86s. Kubalik there, that's not a bad rating. Brandstrom low top 4. If he's an 82, he's basically a low-end top 4 defenseman already, so he should be like a low elite. That one doesn't make much sense. Pinto there's 82. San Zub. Looking at the rest of this, nothing too crazy. Ridley Gregg there, 77 medium top 6, I think, is a pretty fair rating for him. Now, next year, guys, we have the Philadelphia Flyers, who will probably be the worst team in the East this year. They got Couturier, though, who is coming back healthy, supposedly. Connecting behind him, both 86s. Not bad. Couturier could probably be higher rated than that. I think he kind of got downgraded for being injured the last year, which I never liked. Sanheim there. Atkinson's supposed to be healthy as well. Cam York, that looks good. Lawton, Frost. Frost having medium elite is a bit of a joke. Should be medium top 6. Even connecting, he's got 1 year left at 26. He should not have medium elite potential either. I don't know how I missed that. Tippett there, Noah Cates. Joel Farabee's the same range as him. Farabee's underrated. He should be at least an 83, if not 84. That's kind of disrespectful. If he doesn't grow in franchise, that 5x5 is going to look rough for the Flyers. You got Sean Walker up next. I think 81's a tad high for him. Tied versus the Lion. He still has medium elite potential, which is pretty funny, even though he is 28. Mark Stahl, Garrett Hathaway, Wade Allison, Paline there. So this is one, guys. Paline had the highest recorded speed in the NHL last season. Let's see his speed stat here. 91 speed in Excel. Okay, let's go. That is awesome to see. I wonder. I put out a tweet about that. I wonder if someone took note, because I'm not gonna lie, I heard he might not be that fast. So I think somebody went in and fixed something. So that's good to see EA listening. Delorier there. He should have pretty good body checking. 91, all right. So yeah, the rest of this, Tyson Forster, 76 medium elite. Ryan Ellis now on LTIR. Okay, so that is kind of a big move there for them. Pittsburgh Penguins, of course, led by that top 3. Insane. Crosby, Karlsson, Malkin. They might be insane in the sim, at least for like the first couple years before these guys start to drop off. Hard to argue really with any of these. I said Crosby maybe a 92, but honestly, I'm fine with 93 as well. After them, you got the Tangs an 88. Same with Gensel. Gensel could even make an 89. Ryan Graves 85. That seems kind of high for him. Solid defensively, but I think he's more of like an 83, 84 guy. Raquel, Russ, Smith, those look good. Peterson could probably be an 84. Joseph there. Carter's probably a little bit too high there, 82. Should probably be like 80, maybe 81. Lars Eller, Pitlick, Nieto, Andreas Janssen. Looking at everybody else there. Chari, that might be a tad low. Okay, Alex Nealer there, 25.76. And speaking of bad teams, guys, next year we got the San Jose Sharks. I feel like it'll be between them and the Chicago Blackhawks for last in the West this year. Hurdle, though, still a solid player, 87 makes sense. Same with Logan Scher there, 86. Duclair, 85. Those are top three. 91 speed. I was going to say Duclair's pretty quick. Honestly, probably have higher speed than that. Barbanov, 84. 47 points last year, get you 84. I don't know. That seems like a lot. Personally, I feel like he had 84 points because he's playing in the top 6. You can see 18 minutes a night. I don't really think he's that good of a player. I feel like he should be 83 max, probably like an 82. Granlund there, for instance. Granlund's a better player. So I feel like if Granlund's an 83, Barbanov should be an 83 as well. Mark-Edward Vlasic there, 82, I think is fine. Ferraro, 82. LeBanc. Ruda there is probably a little bit too high rated. Probably should be more like an 80. Hoffman, 81, just an all-offense guy at this point. That's fine. Matt Benning. Zadina, downgraded from medium elite last year to low top 6. I personally had him a low elite. I think I would still leave him a low elite. I think that's fair for him. Zetterlund, Kunin, Lindblom, Sturm, Peterson there, Burrows. Okay, let's move on here, guys. The Seattle Kraken. Vince Dunn's their best player, 87. Obviously, career year last season. McCann, 86. McCann could be an 87. Like, he had 70 points last year. Almost a point per game. 40 goals. He's only an 86. I don't know. Like, Barbanov had 45 points to 84. I think McCann deserves an 87. Definitely make him a sniper as well. The guy had 40 goals. Larson there, that's good. Same with Gord, Eberle. Beniers, I think you can make higher. I think you can make Beniers like an 86. The only two stats in the 70s, faceoffs and shot blocking. I'd have to take a look. I feel like both those could probably be in the 80s, though. Burakovsky looks fine. Bjorkstrand, Dumoulin. Dumoulin gets traded from Pittsburgh to Seattle Kraken. Finally gets an upgrade. For so long, he was like an 81 on the Penguins, even though he's a solid defensive defenseman. Now he's an 84. That is interesting. So it looks like they're finally respecting defensive defensemen a bit more here. Seeing the rating of Dumoulin, seeing the rating of Siegenthaler on the Devils. Some other guys too, I think, like, Radko Gudas. So it's definitely like a good improvement with the ratings. Wenberg there, Schultz both 83, Sam Alexiak, Schwartz 83. So the Kraken really have no superstar, but they got a ton of depth. Tolvanen's an 82 even. Yamamoto on the team, 25, 80, medium top 6. Everyone says I look like him. You guys can be the judge on that. Will Borgen there, I think, could honestly be a little bit higher than that, like at least an 81, and not a 70 potential. He's already proven he's a top 6 guy. He played 82 games last year in the NHL. That's an interesting potential. Let's see. The rest of this, I think, is pretty fair. And after that, guys, we got the St. Louis Blues here. Jordan Kyrou, 88, medium elite. What's his speed? 92, okay. Honestly, could probably even be faster. Buchnevich there. Robert Thomas, 87. Thomas should definitely be a playmaker. One of the better, playmakers in the league. He had almost 50 assists last year. And they gave him only 90 passing. Let's take a look here. Buchnevich, 41 assists, 93 passing. And he did have less games played, but I feel like he should definitely be closer than that. Kyrou here had 36 assists, and he's got 93 passing as well. So, how the guy with the most assists had the lower passing stat, I also don't understand. So that's what I mean, guys. The overalls, when you first look at them, they're fine. It's just a lot of the attributes don't make a ton of sense. Medium elite for all those guys, I think, is fair, though. Braden Shen, the newest captain of the Blues. I don't mind giving the captains if they're like 85 plus, born leader. I think just be a kind of cool X factor to throw out there. Krug, of course, almost traded to Philly. Him and Hayes, both 85s. I feel like that's probably fine. Maybe Krug's a little bit high, because if he's an 85, they're probably not trying to, give him away. So maybe it should be like 84 max. Sammy with Hayes, he was making a ton of money. Should probably be more like 84. Parayko, Falk, Verana 84. I don't know about that one. We aren't paying to trade him away at that point either. 16 points last year, 25 games, 11 goals. Definitely a great sniper. 84 seems like a lot for Verana. I think 83 max, probably 82. Leddy, Kapanen. Kapanen as well was put on waivers. Probably should be lower rated. Again, just like logic, I think should kind of be incorporated with a lot of these ratings, especially if like this hasn't been that long since the player was given away. Jake Neighbors, I think, could definitely still have medium top 6. First round pick, 2020. I feel like he's fine in terms of his progression. Why would you lower him? That makes no sense to me. It is what it is, I guess. Tampa Bay Lightning up next year, guys. Kucherov, 94. Can't argue with that. It is funny, though, to see a medium elite there. Even though he's 30, it's just kind of a joke potential. Having their 93 overall, I think, is way too high. I mentioned that in my top 10 video. I'd have him like a 90. Point 92, I think's fine. Maybe a tad high. Stammer 90 is good. Church of 88's good. Same with Chernak there. Finally getting respected again. These defensive defensemen for so long were underrated in the game, so good to see them fixing that. Hagel there, 85. I think it's a fair rating. Same with Sorelli's. Paul's there's not bad. Sherry, DeHaan. Obviously, a lot of these depth guys on cheap deals filling in for spots for Tampa Bay. Curious to see how some of them play. You can see, of course, Seabrook, LTIR. Toronto Maple Leafs up next. Obviously, a ton of you guys are curious about this one. So Matthews, high franchise potential. They lowered his rating this year, but they gave him the high franchise. And of course, too, he's got that big extension, 13.25 for 4 more years. I feel like 93 for Matthews is pretty fair. I'd honestly probably have a 94 though. Marner 92 here, medium elite. That's disrespectful. Marner should be high elite as well. Some of these guys who are like top 5 their position and still young, I don't understand them only having medium elite. Nylander there 89 I think is fair. Tavares as well. Riley, Bertuzzi, Klingberg. Klingberg could probably be like an 83. Muzzin should be an LTIR. I don't think he's playing hockey yet, unfortunately. So that's one I'll for sure have to fix. Max Domi 84. Let me see. Max Domi last year at 56 points. It's hard to argue with the 84. I think it's probably pretty good. Jake McCabe. Let's see. Liljegren there. Low top 4. What is this? This has to be wrong. He's already in the NHL. He played 67 games last year. Low top 4. 83 overall. It should be a medium top 4 for sure. I don't understand some of these. Giordano 83 isn't bad. He's getting up there in age, obviously. Yarncroc, Camp, Lafferty, Timmins. Timmins actually didn't look too bad. The fact he's 25 would also make him medium top 4 just because he's only got a couple years left to grow anyway. Nick Robertson, 79 medium top 6. Benoit there, Gambrel, Reeves. Take a look at his like physical stats. 93 aggressiveness, body check, and strength. Matthew Nice, 20 years old, 78 overall, medium top 6 out the get-go. I think that's pretty good for him. He's going to be playing like the middle 6 winger role. Vancouver Canucks here, guys. PD, 92 high elite. All right, if they got him with high elite, but not, you know, Marner, Rantanen, Matthew Tkachuk, a bunch of other guys. He definitely deserves it. Just a bunch of other guys do as well. Even actually Quinn Hughes deserves high elite, I think. Not only is he one of the best young defensemen in the NHL, he's also one of the best defensemen in the NHL, period. Now, having said that, I remember mentioning this in my video. He does not deserve 95 speed. He is not that fast. The 96 agility is fine, but the speed and acceleration should both be dropped down like 5 points to a 90. I think that'd make a lot more sense. Also, too, I think it's really cool. So he's got the elite edges zone ability. You go look at Jack Hughes. He also has elite edges zone ability, which is why I don't know why they didn't just give Luke Hughes elite edges. Make it, you know, a trifecta there for the brothers. I feel like that'd be a pretty cool almost Easter egg if you want to call it that. Behind Hughes, you got Miller there, 87. Miller's actually pretty good in the face-off circle. He's got 75 face-offs. Alrighty. If any of you guys are curious, he was 55% last year, which is honestly incredible. To give him a 75 is a joke. Kuzmenko here, 86, is pretty good. They got him with Big Tipper. I think he led the league in tipped in goals. So it's good to see he's got that, plus the hand-eye 92 to go along with it. Hronik 86, I think it's a fair rating. Besser 84 is also pretty good. Garland 84, I think solid. Mikhaev there. They gave him wheels, 83. He gets the wheels though. It's kind of crazy they gave him wheels, yet he's under 90 speed. Again, a lot of the times these X factors and attributes do not line up. Ian Cole 82 isn't bad. Same with Bouvier there. You could make him a medium top 6. Like, who cares at this point? Got 1 year left. Myers, but Cole's in. Okay, so these are pretty good. Suter, of course, got a little bit of a downgrade. I think the rest of these, though, make sense to me. Vegas Golden Knights here, of course, defending Stanley Cup champs. Jack Eichel, 91 with the high elite. I mentioned the top 10. I think Eichel should be a little bit lower, like a 90. Mark Stone there, 90. I think that's a good rating. Defensively, 95 D awareness, 94 stick check. Probably the best defensive winger in the league. Shea Theodore there's an 89. Should definitely be an offensive defenseman. And maybe drop him by 1 to like an 88. Petrangelo, 89. That's solid. Marchessault looks good, the Conn Smythe Trophy winner. I will say he's got 85 points. Bump that to a 90. The guy just won the Conn Smythe. Come on. Stevenson 87. That's pretty high. I mean, he did have. I didn't honestly realize he had 65 points last year. 65 points though. Is that good for an 87? I feel like that's more of an 86 in my opinion. Barbashev 85. He had a big playoff. William Karlsson still 85. Martinez. White Cloud there. White Cloud should probably be lower rated than Martinez. Bump up Martinez like 84. Again, the shot blocking though. He led the league in shot blocks by a ton last year. Make that shot block like a 95. I don't know why. Throw out some big stats for the guys that deserve it, you know? Haig also 83. Waugh 82. He could be higher. I feel like he's like the NHL Swiss Army knife. He just plays everywhere in the lineup, does everything you need him to. To me, he deserves like 83, high top 9. Carrier there. Amadeo. Brett Howden. Kolasar. Hutton. Dorofeyev. I feel like the rest of these are pretty fair. Moving on to the Washington Capitals. OB91 I mentioned is a bit too high for a guy who obviously is going to go down as the best goal scorer in the NHL ever, but that's kind of all he does now. So I would kind of lower his defensive awareness there. Maybe even like the passing stat as well. Make it more of like an 89. Carlson 90, not too bad. Definitely should be offensive defenseman. Kuznetsov, Wilson. Another one of the strongest players in the game. 94 aggressiveness and strength with a 92 body check. Pacioretty there on the team now. He could be a really sneaky ad for them, I think. Dylan Strome, Nick Backstrom lowered to 84. Probably fair, but should still have good passing. I would honestly make it even 90 plus. This is a team, honestly. I mentioned Columbus, Washington as well. They could finish second last in the Metro, or they could even finish first. I really have no idea with this team. I feel like for sure Philly's finishing last in that division, but apart from that, it's going to be wide open. Then next year, guys, we got Ferry. 83 overall, I think is fair. Now, I will say, he had the fastest recorded speed last year for a defenseman. Ryan Poehling had it for a forward. Let's see Ferry's speed. 85 speed in Excel. So yeah. They did not get around to upgrading his speed, unfortunately. At least they got Poehling. Same there, 83 I think is fair as well. He looked really good last year, filling in for Carlson when he was out. I think at least might regret trading him. Time will tell. Edmonton there, 82. Okay. TJ Oshie all the way down to 82. That seems a bit low. I think he should be at least like an 83 still. He had 35 points last year, 58 games. It's cool to see him with the all-alone X factor, of course, for TJ Oshie. So I like that they actually threw that out of some of the lower-rated guys. They hadn't done that in the past. Mantha 82 has not really looked great since being traded away from the Red Wings. Sonny Milano there, TVR, Jensen. Jensen's probably better than an 81. Doesn't really make sense. $4 million for an 81 overall defenseman. Look at the rest of these here, though. They look fine. Final team here, guys. Winnipeg Jets. Kyle Connor, 89 medium elite. Personally, I'd have Connor like 90 high elite. Morrissey's pretty good. Maybe a bit high for one career year. Shifley's also solid. Ehlers is underrated. He should be like an 88. Pionk's not bad. Maybe a bit high. Velarde's pretty good. Same with Iafella. Now, Iafella is also one of the better defensive wingers in the league. 87 D awareness. That should be higher. He should have at least like 90 D awareness. Niederreiter behind him is probably more like an 83 at this point, if not 82. Schmidt there. I feel like 82 for Schmidt might be a little bit low, probably like 83. Perfetti there, 82 medium elite. He's probably going to grow into a beast. DeMello's not bad. Lowry, of course, the new captain. Lowry's a guy, he's kind of like a very good third-line center. So for me, 83 overall matches that perfectly. Appleton, Nemestikov, 80. Same with Barron, Kupari. I feel like all those potentials there and ratings makes sense. And so next year, guys, we're looking at the goalies. John Gibson on the Ducks, 86. I think that's a bit high. He should be like more of an 85. The Coyotes, Vamelka, 84. I think is a good rating. Boston Bruins, it's a tough one. Allmark there's a 90. Swayman's an 86. I would personally have Swayman 87 with immediately potential, post high starter. Allmark like an 89, maybe even 88. I think they are that close. Also, too, you might notice Allmark's got one of the new X Factors, Instincts there. One cool thing about this X Factor, it actually changes if it's a user-controlled player or an AI. If it's an AI goaltender, they have enhanced save range, recovery, and save ability while performing anticipation saves. So I think it's cool. I'm pretty sure there's 3 new goalie X Factors. Should be able to show you guys them all with all the different goalies here in the NHL. Luukkonen 82, I will say, doesn't really make a ton of sense when Levi's the projected starter this year for the Buffalo Sabres. I feel like Levi should be an 82, Luukkonen 81, Comrie 80. I do like Levi in the game, medium potential. Cool to see. The Calgary Flames here, Markstrom 86 is probably around where he should be. Vladosh there, 83. You got the Carolina Hurricanes, Anderson 88, maybe a tad high, maybe like 87, but not too bad. Kochkov 83, Rant 82. Again, the Hurricanes have so much depth, every position. Forward, defense, goalie. Like, they're ready for injuries. This team's going to be insane this season, I think. The Chicago Blackhawks, 82 Mrazek, Soderblom. Not looking like a good season for them with those two in net. Yorgi there, 86. Francouz 84 is pretty fair. Merzlikins here at 84, I think is too high. He should probably be like an 82. I don't want to be too mean to him, but like 30 games played last year, 876, 423. Obviously, their defense is really banged up, but terrible, terrible numbers. Doesn't really make sense how you give him an 84 in my mind. Dallas Stars here, Jake Ottinger's a 90. I think that's pretty good. I would have him at least an 89. Wedge would back him up, 82. Also, I mentioned, guys, the other X factors for goalies. Energizer's 1, so considerable boost to all skaters on the team after desperation save. And the other one there is the Showstopper. Great save ability when fatigued. So I believe those are all the new X factors in the game. There's just 3, which of course all have to do with the new goalie fatigue system. Detroit here, Husso 86. I said might even be a tad high. May have him like an 85. Reimer 82 is pretty good. Edmonton, Skinner 84, Campbell 83. I think that's probably perfect, honestly. Florida here, Bobrovsky 86, Knight 85. I definitely have Knight like an 82 or something. I don't really think he's earned that rating. Kind of similar to Bowen Byram. Bobrovsky 86, though, is pretty solid. Maybe even make him an 87. Talbot here 83, higher rating than Copley. I'm pretty sure Copley is supposed to be the projected starter. So again, use some logic. Copley the projected starter. At most, they should both be like 82s or something. If not, Copley higher rated. Gustin there 86, Fleury 85. Gustin had insane numbers last year. Gustafson should be like at least an 87. Kind of widen that gap between the two of them. Montreal there, Allen 83, Montembeau, that's good. Price, of course, LTIR. Nashville here, Saros 89. I mentioned my top 10. Way, way, way underrated. Not only should he be at least a 90, he should probably be at least a 91. He has a top 5 goal in the NHL. EA did him so dirty. I don't understand. Those are solid stats on a not too great Predators team last year. It doesn't make any sense. Devils here, Vanacek 85 is pretty good. Schmidt 81 also makes sense. And they bumped his potential too, since he looked pretty good in his limited action last season. Sorokin there 92 I think is very good. You can even make him like a 93. Varlamov 84, one of the better backups in the league, so that makes sense. Shesterkin also 92. I think him and Sorokin being the same rating. I see them as equal, so I like it. Quick's down to an 80. Senators here, Korpisalo and Forsberg. Forsberg's underrated. He's actually pretty solid. I'd have him at least an 83. The Flyers here, Cutter Hart 87. I mentioned in my videos, a little bit high, but not too crazy. He should be like an 85, 86. Now the Pittsburgh Penguins here, Tristan Jarry 86 is a little bit high. Nedoljevich 80. I think that's fair. Sharks here, Kakin 83, Blackwood 82. Is Kakin the better goalie? I mean, 22 games last year, 893, 37, 882. Blackwood was playing behind a much better team. So honestly, probably could argue Kakinen slightly better. The Kraken here, Grubauer there, 83. Decord backing him up, a 79. I feel like that's a pretty fair rating for both these guys. Decord played very well in the AHL last season. St. Louis Blues, Bainton 84, Hofer 79. I feel like Hofer is one of the better young goalies in the league. I feel like you could give him high star potential. I know a lot of people think he might beat out Bainton for the starting job this season, so we'll have to wait and see. But right now, I think those are fine ratings. Tampa Bay there, Vasilevsky 93, Johansson 78 is also solid. The Leafs, Samsonov 86. I mentioned being a tad high, probably having an 85. Jones 82 looks fine. Same with Wool 80. Murray now on LTIR, which is actually a bit of a surprise because I think he could come back eventually. But for right now, I don't mind it. I will say though, it definitely makes more sense to have Muzzin on LTIR than it does to have Matt Murray. So interesting decision by them. Canucks here, Demko 87 to Smith 83. Okay, maybe to Smith a little high, probably like 82. Vegas Golden Knights, Leonard 85. I don't even know what to do with him because is he playing NHL this year? If he's not, you probably put him on LTIR. It's a weird situation. Logan Thompson, 84. Same with Hill. Hill got his entire rating from the playoffs because regular season he had 27 games. Decent numbers. I mean, honestly, it's probably fine. Goalies are so fluky. They're so hard to judge. And like I said, Leonard being in the mix too. What do you even do with the Vegas Golden Knights goaltending situation in this game? Washington there, Kemper 86. Should be at least 87. Lindgren looks good. Jets here. Hellbuck 91, I think is a fair rating. Brossoit 82 also isn't too bad. So we're going to look at all the NHL team ratings and potentials, guys. Next, you're just going to go through the AHL, the CHL, the European leagues, show you all the top prospects and what they look like. Lassie Thompson on the Sens, 76, medium top 4. Bernard Docker, low top 4 at 79. The dude had NHL games played last year. How is he low top 4? He should be a medium top 4 for sure. Like this one here, guys, is kind of crazy. Noel Gunler's down to a low top 6 already. He's only 21. Like, he hasn't broken into the NHL yet. Why are you lowering his potential to low top 6? The medium top 6 for his age and rating is fine. In franchise, sometimes he'll grow and sometimes he won't, which is exactly what you want. If it's low, then he's almost never going to, break through, which honestly is less realistic. I'd say it's 50-50. Jaracek, 81 medium elite already. That's insane. I like the medium elite. I don't think he should be an 81. 4 games played in the NHL last year. He should be like a 77 max, I would say. Shane Wright here on Coachella, 78 medium elite. A lot of people are already calling him a bust. He literally got drafted 2 years ago. I think we need to hold our horses here, wait and see what happens. Brisson, 75 medium top 6. He could probably be a little bit higher. Korczak, Cormier, and Chaika, all medium top 4s. Hendricks Lapierre here, medium top 6. And just like Jake Neighbors, Connor McMichael, low top 6. I mean, he's like one of their best prospects. How is he low top 6? Makes no sense. Now on Lavelle here, guys, I just noticed Mysick, 68, low top 9. The dude was a second round pick 2020. Low top 9 is for like 6th, 7th round picks. That potential makes no sense. Now Grant here got from the LA Kings, 76, low top 4. He should definitely have medium top 4. I don't understand some of these. Nola looks pretty good there. On the Bruins, you got Lysell, pretty similar rating to last year, 75, medium top 6. John Beecher in the game now, 70, medium top 9. He's a late first round pick 2019. I feel like medium top 6 wouldn't be that bad. Rochester Americans, Isaac Rosen, Kulich there. Both medium top 6. Those look pretty solid. Will Eklund, 80 medium elite. I feel like that's definitely still good for him. Same with Portaloz. Abruzzese there, 74 low top 6. Hard to argue with that. On the comments here, you got Simon Nemec, 78 medium elite. So I think that's pretty fair. He's on par with Shane Wright. Looks very Scranton. Ty Smith, 80 low top 4. Obviously, just went through waivers, which I'm really surprised about. I'd personally lower his rating, but improve his potential. Make him like a 76, medium top 4. I think that make more sense. And now next year, guys, I want to show you the most notable goalie ratings in the AHL. Starting out with Silovs here, 79 overall, medium starter. Obviously carried Lafayette at the World Championships last season, so I feel like that's fine. After that, on the Calgary Wranglers, this is one people have been asking for so long. Dustin Wolf finally gained some respect. He's now 79 overall with immediate potential at 22 years old, so he's going to be an absolute beast in the franchise. Also got to Coachella, got Trish Strieger here at 82 overall. He was injured most of last year, so good to see they didn't drop his rating. That also means he'd probably be the backup this year, not Joey Decord, unless they've already said Decord's their backup and I missed it. Iowa Wild here, this one's kind of crazy. Jesper Wallstedt's already 81 overall. I mean, the immediate potential I agree with, but at 20 years old, he has yet to play a game in the NHL. How is he already 81 overall? That one is crazy to me, especially, I'm going to skip ahead. When you look at this, Askarov is only a 79. Askarov's played a lot more time in the AHL. I don't understand this one at all. Now, I will say it's cool to see Askarov finally added to the game. Even last year he was in the AHL. For some reason, he wasn't getting added. So, good to see, him in the game now. But, again, I'm trying to wrap my head around that decision. Now, next you got Kane Primo, 79 overall, low starter. I think that's pretty fair. On the Phantoms, you'll see Cal Peterson, they destroyed his rating, 76 overall, making $5 million for the next 2 years. If you guys missed my franchise updates video, the AI can actually buy players out now, so I feel like he's a prime buyout candidate for the Philadelphia Flyers AI GM. I will say, I think that's way too low. He should be at least a 78. one bad year, I don't think, you know, should drop your rating that much. Also, guys, in the San Jose Barracuda, they got McAnamy here, 78 overall, medium fringe. I think he should be a medium starter. He's a pretty decent goalie prospect. And after him, you got Malcolm Subban here on the Springfield Thunderbirds, 81 overall. No offense to him, but the dude didn't even play in the NHL last year. He was only in the AHL. I feel like if he was an 81, he definitely would have gotten some NHL time, so doesn't make any sense. And then after him, Hugo Allenfeld here, 78 overall, medium starter. He's a pretty solid young goalie, so I think that's definitely well deserved. And next year, guys, we're looking at the top prospects in the CHL, starting off with Nate Danielson, who I feel the game did absolutely dirty. 69 overall, medium top 6. After getting drafted in the top 10 of this year's draft by my Detroit Red Wings, I feel like he should at least be a low 70, probably high top 6, if not medium elite. I would say high top 6. He's supposed to be more of a safe pick. Even the guy below him, Roger McQueen, is a top prospect for the 2025 draft. Medium top 6 is not high enough. This next one's kind of crazy, guys. I've also got Jackson Jacobson in the game. 55 overall at 14 years old. They get medium top 6. He's going to be in the 2027 draft. Honestly, he might come out being a stud because he's got like so many more years to grow in the game engine during the franchise mode because he's already on the team at 14. I'm really curious to see what happens there. It's kind of funny too. He's 14 years old. They still gave him medium top 6. There's literally going to be no other real players in that draft. Make him medium elite. Now on Kamloops here, guys, you got Stankoven, medium top 6. More importantly though, what is happening with his headshot? It looks like the bottom half of his face is like all blurry and the rest is in focus. I don't understand. Stankoven's better than that. He should probably be like a 74 high top 6. One of the best prospects in juniors. Same with Zellweger, 72 medium top 4. If you guys saw what the Blazers traded for him, he should have medium potential. He should also be higher rated because there's a chance he makes the Ducks roster this season. On Kelowna here, you got Andrew Crystal, 65 medium top 6. He should definitely be low elite. He kind of fits the bill perfectly, being like a first rounder slip to the second round. This is kind of crazy, guys. Will Sharp here only has medium top 60 potential. He's supposed to be one of the better defensemen available in the 2025 draft class. Again, why are we like lowering real life prospects? It makes no sense. Gavin McKenna even, an absolute stud. He's supposed to be like the best prospect since Bedard once his draft class rolls around. Why not make him high elite, if not medium franchise? Have some fun with it. We're so conservative giving him medium elite. Brandon Yeager there, 72 medium top 6, actually looks good. They've also got Jager Fergus here, 65 low top 6. He was an early first round pick who's looked pretty good. I would make him medium top 6. Matachuk though, 71 medium top 4. He was medium elite last year. I think high top 4 is actually the perfect thing for him, right in between those two. Chaz Lucius here, of course, now in the game. Portland Winterhawks, you can see he's got a headshot as well, medium top 6. Now Luka Cagnani here, 63 overall, medium top 4. It's pretty high potential for a guy who just went in the 4th round of this year's draft. That means whoever's doing these ratings thinks like they know more than actual NHL scouts, which they might not be wrong, but it's very bold, I guess. On Prince George, you got Height there, medium top 6. Zemer, medium top 9. On Red Deer here, guys, Killen's a 64 medium top 6. Next up, the guy everyone wants to see, Connor Bedard and the Regina Pats, 83 overall, medium franchise to start the game. So obviously that's for the start of the season on the Blackhawks. I personally don't think that's too bad of a rating. I'd probably have him like an 84, maybe even 85, just because he is that good, I think. You look at like the Vegas lines, over-under with 65 points. I feel like 83 is too low for him, although he will grow, you know, during the season. You can see he's got a few X factors there. Beauty backhand, make it snappy, of course. Shock and awe, because he loves that toe drag release. So looking at him there, you know, hard to argue with most of those stats. Again, I would probably have him higher rated. Tanner Howe there as well, 72 medium elite. I think that's a bit high for him. Saskatoon here, Tanner Melendijk, medium top 4. Now, the Seattle Thunderbirds here is stacked. They got Korchinski, medium elite. Lambert's low elite, I think that's good. Schaefer, medium top 6. Same with Soch in there. On the Spokane Chiefs, you got Berkeley Catton here, 76 medium elite. Supposed to be a top 5 pick in this year's draft. Also, you guys below Catton, they got Mathis Preston here, 57 overall, medium top 9. He's a potential first round pick in 2026. Why they give him medium top 9 potential, I don't understand. Like, at least give him medium top 6. Otherwise, he's pretty much irrelevant. Like, you're lucky enough to have a 15-year-old player already in the game. Give him potential that actually makes people get excited. I don't get it. Now, Clark Caswell here on the Swift Current Broncos should probably not be medium elite anymore. He's no longer projected to go top 10. Even maybe not first round. So I think medium top 6 would be more fair. Owen Pickering, medium top 4. That looks good. Now, the Tri-City Americans, you got Jordan Gavin there. Medium elite potential. Should be a first round pick in 2025. Plus, it's so far out, I think it's fine. Drake Sevic, medium top 4. Now, an offensive defenseman. So good to see. Vancouver Giants. They got Hanzik now, medium top 6. Of course, first round pick by the Flames. And the new WHL team here, the Wenatchee Wild. Matthew Savoy, 73 medium elite. Benson's a 71 medium elite. Geeky's a medium top 6. I would give him like a high top 6. Lambo's there, medium top 4. Ostapchuk's medium top 9. He should be a high top 9. Looking at how stacked this team is, it's no surprise it was them versus Seattle in the WHL final last year. Now, in regards to the WHL goalies, guys, Carson Bjornsson here only has medium fringe starter potential. I don't understand. He was a second-round pick last year, one of the first goalies taken. Why not give him medium starter? It's like they don't want us to use the real prospects in franchise. They want us using made-up dudes instead. On Seattle here as well, you got Thomas Milic, medium fringe. Ratslav, medium starter. Now, these two actually make sense considering the fact they were both 5th-round picks. Millet's there 10 picks later and older. I like those. Now the OHL guys on the Barrie Colts, you got Edward Salin on the team, 70 overall, medium top 6. Obviously ended up falling in the draft. I think that's fine. I'd probably actually give him like low elite. Aki there, 63 medium top 6. Was a second round pick by the Oilers. I'd give him medium top 4. You got a kind of new team here, guys. You got the Brantford Bulldogs opposed to the Hamilton Bulldogs. Florian Jacki here, Arbor's younger brother. Medium top 9 is way too high for him. 4th round pick by the Canadiens. He is like a medium bomb 6 at max. That's kind of crazy, honestly. Now, on Erie, guys, you got Malcolm Spence, 58 overall, medium top 6. He'll probably be a first-round pick in the 2025 draft. I think medium top 6 is fair. Also, too, guys, Matthew Schaefer here, 57 overall, medium top 6 at 16 years old. He's supposed to be a first-round pick in 2025. He needs to be at least medium top 4. I'm not sure why they wouldn't want you to get excited about guys like these and instead seem to like give them worse potentials than they should have. Amadeus Lombardi here on the Flint Firebirds, 67 medium top 9, way too low. One of the best players in the league last year. He should definitely be a low 70. Now, on the Guelph Storm, guys, you got Buckinger, 63 medium top 4, Poitras 67 high top 9. A lot of people thought he actually might make the Boston Bruins this season, but he's actually going back to junior. London, of course, has a ton of players. So Sam Dickinson here is supposed to be a top 10 pick in this year's draft, 71 medium elite. Halton in there was just taken by the Sharks in the second round. You got Bonk taken by the Flyers. Easton Callan, of course, Montreal Canadiens pick, 62 medium top 9. Denver Barkey also taken by the Flyers. And then down here you got Logan Mailloux, 67 medium top 6, taken by the Canadiens. He should probably have medium top 4. On Mississauga here, guys, you got Martone and Luke Miso, of course, is Michael Miso's brother, both medium top 6. Niagara here, they actually have a Rubrek. Hopefully I said that right. He's supposed to be a top 5 pick in 2026, so going behind Gavin McKenna. Good to see they get medium elite. On North Bay here, you got Petrov, drafted by the Oilers, low top 6. Ty Nelson, medium top 4, a bit of a bump. He's looked very good for them since being drafted by Seattle. Callum Ritchie there's a medium top 6. Same with Kumpalainen and Senek there on the Oshawa Generals. Now, Ottawa here has Mitikov, 77 medium elite. Tyler Boucher, 70 low top 6. I would still have him as medium top 6, 10th overall pick by the Sens. Henry Mew should probably be medium elite. Supposed to be going top 10 this year's draft. And on Owen Sound here, you got Colby Barlow, drafted by the Jets, medium top 6. Peterborough there, Owen Beck, taken by the Montreal Canadiens. Brendan Othman down to medium top 9. That is crazy. He should definitely be a medium top 6 still. Second off Spirit, speaking of Michael Misa, there you go, 67 medium elite. I would personally give him a high elite potential. Zane Perek there, 69 medium top 4. Supposed to be like a top 15 pick of this year's draft. Sarnia's got Ty Voigt. Looked really good in juniors. I think he's played for the Marlies this season. You could probably make him like, you know, a medium top 9 rather than a low top 6. Christian Kyrou there, just taken second round by Dallas, medium top 4. Now on the Sioux here, you got Virgilio, medium top 4. And the guy the Red Wings took, Andrew Gibson, medium top 6. Literally was like an early second round pick. He deserves medium top 4 as well. Sudbury there, Quentin Musty's medium top 6. Same with Goyette. Chromiak, medium top 4. Finally, my Windsor Spitfires. Green Tree here, medium top 6. Supposed to be a first round pick this season. Maggio there, medium top 9, 68 overall. He actually got a bump in rating. That's crazy. I was at EA. I saw he was a 65. I was like, this guy led the OHL in scoring last year. So they tied his rating with Green Trees. I mean, I'm doing something, guys. I'm trying my best. Now, having said that, he's not going to be playing with the Spits this year. He'll be playing for the Bridgeport Islanders. Same with Harrison. He'll be on the Providence Bruins. Dionisio here was drafted by the Ducks. Cristoforo, potential first-round pick this year. Last year at 16 years old, I thought he was the best defenseman on the Spitfires, and they were a very good team last season, so I think he deserves a bump there. Blett there's a solid 2A player and fan of the channel, so give him a little bit of a shout out. I think he got a boost in rating too, so overall, not terrible. And in regards to OHL goalies, guys, Tristan Lennox here has got medium fringe. He should definitely have medium starter, I think. Benjamin Gaudreau actually went back into the draft after getting taken third round by the Sharks. Hasn't been playing as great, so good to see him lowered to AHL potential. But on the opposite side of that, Jacob Vondras here on the Sudbury Wolves, low backup after getting taken in the 6th round. At least make him like a low fringe, give him a chance to maybe be usable in franchise. The way it sits, there's zero chance he ever becomes an AHL goalie. Now moving over to the queue here, guys, you got Riley Kidney, who's a 70 overall, medium top 6. Same with Justin Poirier. Maxim Massey here's a medium top 6, supposed to be a first round pick this year's draft. On Drummondville, Ethan Gauthier, medium top 9. He was an early second round pick. I would give him medium top 6. Tyler Peddle, of course, last pick in the draft. So that's kind of cool. At least he's got low top 9. Maverick Lamoureux, I'd probably give high top 6 too. First round pick. He's also huge, so there's a good chance he'll make the NHL some way. Tristan Leno here, medium top 4 on Halifax. Jordan Dumais, 67, low elite. If you look at his stats, he needs to be in the low 70s. I think low elite, though, is probably fine because he is, smaller, but definitely needs a rating upgrade. Now, Zachary Leroux, medium top 9. The dude was a first round pick. He should be a medium top 6. Matthew Cataford was a third round pick, so medium top 9's okay. Now, Etienne Morin here on Moncton's only a medium top 6 with a second round pick by the Flames. I feel like a second round pick, give him medium top 4, as that way there's a chance they make the NHL, chance they don't. If it's medium top 6, pretty much guaranteed they will not. Zachary Bulldog, medium top 6, good to see. Malatesta's medium top 9. Nathan Gaucher should be a medium top 6. First round pick by the Ducks, 22. a year ago. I don't understand that one. Now you got Joshua Waugh here, 71 overall, medium top 6. Definitely should be a sniper, not a playmaker. He's had about 50 goals the last 2 years. Now look at the Q goalies, guys. The only really notable one would be Gabriel Daigle, who's actually supposed to go first round 2025. They made him medium elite, so that's nice to see. He's also got a headshot now, so when that draft rolls around, maybe he'll take him, you know, late first and get a steal. Now next you guys look at prospects in the SHL. Otto Stenberg there, Noah Dower Nielsen, both medium top 6. Next you got Fisker Mulligard and Andre, medium top 6, medium top 4 respectively. Dvorsky there, 70 medium top 6. I would personally make him a high top 6, top 10 pick. I feel like that makes more sense. Bysted's a medium top 6 as well. Anton Wahlberg here, taken by the Sabres, is also medium top 6. On Rogel, you got Wallander, now at 72 medium top 4. Finally gaining some respect from EA. He was like a 55 the longest time. I don't know why. You also got Engstrom there as medium top 4. Next, you got Axel Palika, 66 medium top 4. I think that's pretty fair for where he went in the mid-first round. Ostlund here, another Buffalo Sabres pick, 70 medium top 6. Makes sense. Leo Carlson, I'm sure a lot of people are wondering about, 77 medium elite. I think that's pretty good. I think I'd actually have him a little bit higher. I think if he's going to make the NHL team this year, he should be like playing on the third line. He should be at least a 79. Then Fantilli would probably be around that too, 79, 80. Same goes for Logan Cooley. Now next you guys look at the top finish prospects. You can see Kiva Hardu here, 72 overall, medium potential. That's pretty solid for him. Gonna go top 5 this year's draft. I'd personally probably make him a little bit higher rated. That way, you know, he has a better chance of making the NHL within 2 years, opposed to having to be in the minors so long. Joakim Kamel here, 72 medium elite. I feel like medium elite might be a bit high for him, getting taken 17. And next you guys got Vassinen, 62 medium top 4. I think that's pretty good for him. He could be a first round pick this year. If not, should be a second. After him, you actually got Helenas here, 70 medium top 6. Now this is definitely too low potential. He's supposed to go top 10, so I think he should have medium elite. Next up, guys, got Niemela drafted by the Leafs, 70 overall, medium top 4. After him here, Jarventi. This was interesting to me. 63 medium top 6. 7th round pick by the Penguins. So again, what are they looking at where they think they know so much better, unless they think Kyle Dubas got an absolute steal this year? Maybe he did. And then finally here you got Hemming, supposed to be a first round pick this year, so 68 medium top 6. Makes a lot of sense. Now I got a couple more prospects for you guys. Adam Banak here playing in the Czech League, 56 overall, medium top 6. Gonna be a top prospect in the 2025 draft, supposed to be a top 10, maybe even top 5 pick. He should definitely have medium elite potential. I don't understand this one. Below him though is Adam Jaracek, David Jaracek's brother. Good to see him with medium top 4. And then finally, I know all the Montreal fans are wondering, what is David Reinbacker's rating and potential? Well, I'll show you right here. He's 74 overall to the draft. I think it's very fair, and he's got mealy potential, which I also think is pretty fair. I personally have him at a high top 4. So right there, guys, are all your prospect rating and potentials, along with all the NHL teams. One final thing I gotta show you here that's gonna make roster rating very tough is the fact that there are so many overrated free agents. Patty Kane 89 should be like 86 max. Tay should be retired. Bailey's too high. Same with Kessel, Edler, Parise. I mean, look at all these guys that are 80 plus. Like, if they're actually that good, they'd be on a team right now. And that does it, guys, for my NHL 24 player and goalies rating review. I feel like I went through pretty much every player of note in this game. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments section what you think of the ratings. What are the main ones I need to fix? And apart from that, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're excited for all these NHL 24 videos. Have a nice day, guys. Goodbye.